This video discusses the LGBTQ Club shooting in Colorado Springs, executions of most celebrities such as Michael Armand Hammer, Irene Cara, Clarence Gilyard, and others, and the killing of 7-year-old Athena Strand. Hello friends, this is Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini, where I provide unique analysis of world events based on the unmasked truth that after surrender, Germany continued World War II clandestinely and became a killing machine. I also provide true news that you will find nowhere else. In a mere 18 days since my last video on celebrity executions on November 17, 2022, many more have been put to death. A child was abducted and killed, and patrons of a LGBTQ club shot and killed. It's not a pleasant task for me to report these executions. I sometimes get tired of it, but then I realize it must be done. The reason is that German masqueraders, their kids, and their allies will continue to listen to communications from demons requiring them to murder someone, and they will do it enthusiastically. Therefore, a message needs to be sent to them regularly by executing all those who have recently committed murder and bringing celebrities to justice who committed murder years and even decades ago. The reason they need to be brought to justice is that they teach their kids and others that you can get away with crime without any consequences and cite their life as proof, and they benefit financially from their murders. That encourages more people to commit murder. That's why I will continue reporting celebrity executions. In Colorado Springs, 22-year-old Anderson Lee Aldrich entered a LGBTQ nightclub called Club Q just before midnight on Saturday, November 19, 2022, and immediately opened fire, killing 5 people and injuring 17 others. 2 patrons with military background confronted and fought the gunman, preventing further bloodshed. My purpose is not to go into Aldrich's background or rail against the LGBTQ lifestyle. My position is very clear. I consider this lifestyle immoral and condemned by God, but I don't advocate that such people should be summarily shot dead. But this particular killing was not a random act. It was carried out to send a message to the particular types of owners of such clubs who are deliberately promoting this lifestyle. They are German masqueraders or their allies. They promote such lifestyle in America and British Commonwealth nations, knowing fully well that God hates such sin, which will bring his wrath on our nations, as prophesied in Isaiah 3 verses 9 to 12, which state, "The look on their countenance or their faces witnesses against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, meaning homosexuality. They don't hide it. Woe to their soul, for they have brought evil upon themselves. Woe to the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him. O my people, those who lead you, meaning our national, state, and local legislators and men of religion, cause you to err and destroy the way of your paths." German masqueraders who own these bars in some cases use threats to force people to become gay, who then draw in other people by forcing them into the lifestyle. That's why the shooting at Club Q occurred, to send a message to owners who are drawing in people into their sinful lifestyle with threats of violence. Isaiah the prophet, however, lays the blame squarely on our leaders and our courts who give their stamp of approval to the sinful lifestyle by passing laws that legitimize it and prosecute people and even fire them from their jobs if they criticize it in certain situations. Because of such laws, no one can speak openly against this lifestyle. Instead, our legislators, political and religious leaders should be railing against this lifestyle to discourage it. But this particular action of shooting at the club was necessary to send such club owners a message that their use of threats to promote the lifestyle is known, and there are other forceful and violent ways of dealing with them. Now, brutal death of 7-year-old innocent girl is always a sad event to report. A contract FedEx driver, 31-year-old Tanner Lynn Horner, confessed to abducting and killing 7-year-old Athena Strand after he delivered a package to her family's home. Wise County Sheriff Lane Aiken said at a press conference on Friday night, December 2, 2022, that the driver was not related to the family and did not know them. Horner is in jail and is being charged with capital murder. However, this killing was not as senseless as it sounds or seems. The only thing that can justify such a heinous crime is a worse heinous crime her parent or parents committed, murdering an even younger child by cremating him or her alive in an electric crematorium, or by other means, than to be financially rewarded by German masqueraders. Athena Strand was killed in retaliation for that murder. German masqueraders and their allies simply will not stop their murders of innocent people, and the only way to deal with them is to pay them back in kind. They have to experience the same kind of pain and suffering they have inflicted on their victims. There is no point in my giving information on the life of entertainment industry figures and other celebrities who were executed in the past couple of weeks for the murder they committed to obtain masquerader support to advance their careers. So I will just state the names and professions of those who were put to death for the crime, the date of their execution, and if there is any unusual detail about their lives. Congressman Donald McEachin of the U.S. House of Representatives, a Virginia Democrat, was put to death on Monday, November 28, 2022, though his office reported the cause of death as secondary effects of his colorectal cancer from 2013. Donald McEachin was 61 years old. Michael Armand Hammer, businessman, the father of the actor Armie Hammer and grandson of the oil tycoon Armand Hammer and singer Baroness Olga von Root, died on November 20, 2022. Reportedly, he had been battling cancer. He was 67. Michael Armand Hammer worked as an investment banker and then in the oil firm Occidental Petroleum his grandfather founded. Michael Hammer did not die of cancer. He was put to death for the murder he committed. Like Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, there are many children of American business tycoons who committed murder because they were German masqueraders. Michael Armand Hammer was one such masquerader. He was executed for his crime. Christine McVie, the British-born singer, songwriter, and keyboard player of the band Fleetwood Mac, known for classic hits such as You Make Loving Fun, Everywhere, and Don't Stop, was put to death on Wednesday, November 30, 2022, in hospital. She was 79. Bob McGrath, one of the first four human regular actors on the children's show Sesame Street, and a musician and children's author, died on Sunday, December 4, 2022, in his home according to his family. He was 90. Sesame Street premiered in 1969. McGrath made his last appearance on the show in 2017. Not many had such a long innings in the entertainment industry in those days without masquerader sport. If one tried to do so as did Elvis Presley and Marilyn Monroe, they were put to death by the masqueraders. So Bob McGrath met the masquerader hurdle qualification. He did not die peacefully at his home as his family states in its statements. He was put to death for the crime of murder. Jason David Frank, who starred as the Green Power Ranger Tommy Oliver on the children's series of the 1990s, The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, has died according to a statement by his manager Justine Hunt on November 20, 2022. He was 49. The time and cause of death was not provided. Frank was actually executed for the murder he committed to get masquerader support to advance his acting career. Nikki A. Cox, who starred as Meg Masters on the CW series Supernatural, died on November 16, reportedly of leukemia. She was 47. Though cause of death was not disclosed by her family, she had shared a battle with leukemia and her chemotherapy treatments on Instagram. Acox also acted on TV shows Cold Case, Ed, Dark Blue, LAX, and significant others. Her film credits include Defying Gravity, Double Tap, The Dog Walker, etc. Her last film was Dead on Campus in 2014. Nikki A. Cox did not die of leukemia. She was executed for the murder she committed to advance her career in TV and film. Irene Cara, the Puerto Rican and Cuban singer and actress, best known for starring in and singing the title songs in the 1980s movies Fame and Flashdance, was put to death. She was 62. She was 63. Her death was reported on Saturday, November 26, 2022. Clarence Gilyard, the actor best known for playing Chuck Norris's crime-fighting partner in Walker, Texas Ranger, computer hacker Theo in Die Hard, and naval flight officer Marcus Sundown Williams in Top Gun, was put to death, and his death was reported on November 28, 2022. He was 66. Frank Vallelonga Jr., son of the Sopranos actor Tony Lip or Frank Anthony Vallelonga, and the brother of Oscar-winning movie Green Book screenwriter Nick Vallelonga, former owner of New Jersey restaurant Tony Lip's Italian Restaurant and Pizza, was put to death. Frank Vallelonga Jr. was 60. The New York Times reported that his dead body was found in the Bronx on November 28, 2022, outside a sheet metal shop. And the R&B singer B. Smith, born Brandon Smith, who had hits like Lego and Twerkaholic, was put to death on November 17, 2022, though the death was reported by his brother due to respiratory failure after a long battle with pulmonary fibrosis. He was only 30. This means that he must have committed the murder of a white adult and a child of non-German ancestry himself recently, and not his parent or parents. Red Shirt country singer-songwriter Jake Flint was put to death on November 26, 2022, less than one day after marrying his new wife. He was 37. Red Dirt music is a mix of country, bluegrass, rock, and honky-tonk music. Now, Brad William Hankey was a defensive end in the NFL for the Denver Broncos and played in Super Bowl 24. But his NFL career was cut short by injuries. Then he launched into an acting career where his credits included TV series such as Lost, Justified, and Orange is the New Black, and other credits in films such as Must Love Dogs, World Trade Center, Jobs, etc. He was executed on November 29, 2022. He was 56. I hope masqueraders, their children, and their allies who still want to commit murder to get masquerader help in advancing their careers, and those who have committed murder in the past to advance their careers, I hope they realize it that they will be brought to justice. The above are just some of the people who have been executed, whose name appear in the media, which I came across in the last couple of weeks. Many hundreds of others are also being executed monthly for the crimes they committed. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please continue to watch my videos and read my articles on important world events, World War III watch, politics, international business, advice on health and medical problems, and much more for in-depth and insightful analysis. Please also subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook channels Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini to view and get information on the latest videos.